Welcome to the Assassin's Creed podcast, Assassins in the Asses, with Adam and Chadses. Hey everyone, this is the Kick-Ass Irreverent Gaming podcast, actually called Respawn Aim Fire, brought to you by Affable Idiots. I'm one of your hosts. Chad, put me on a plate and serve me with some chips in us. And we've got Adam, put him on a bun and throw him down for fun. Gumbert, how are you, Adam?
Hey man, what's going on? You know me, I'm here with the big energy. A couple things though. Chips, what kind of chips are we talking? Are we talking about American chips or
we
those
are
dirty
definitely
British
talking
chips?
about American chips. We are not talking about no dirty British chips dipped in vinegar. Disgusting. Ew. No, we're talking about...
No, I mean, it'd be French
Pringles.
fries dipped in vinegar, actually.
No, but
it's
anything dipped in vinegar can suck it. Even chips. Salt and vinegar chips. The smelliest, disgustingest chips. Get out of here.
They smell real good in my mouth.
Nope.
One thing, before we started recording, you were doing all kinds of dabs, right? You were doing dabs and dances.
Santa Maria!
Santa Maria, Jesus, dab, dab, dab.
Ay, Dios
There's a
mío.
really funny video, especially because today was the first day of football, of real football that mattered. And there's a classic clip of a player named Cameron Newton. Everyone called him Cam because that's what he went by. A man named Cam Newton. He was a quarterback, so, you know, he's also a big dude. He's very, very good. All right. So he runs in for a touchdown, right? And he starts doing all the dabs and the dances and stuff, right? Like he was running in there and he's like, And then some dude came up and like pushed him in the back from the other team. He was like real pissed about him that he was celebrating. He was like, what the fuck, man? And then Cam Newton decides to dab more. So like this big, massive human being comes like, what the fuck are you doing? He says, and just walked off. I'm like, Cam, you're my hero, dude. Fucking that. What the perfect thing to do? Someone's like, how dare you do a thing, and you literally dab on that person and then leave. Cam Newton was a hero. He was great.
Reminds me of that episode of Hey Arnold where Arnold is about to get into a fight and he's scared, and then his strategy to win the fight is to just act crazy, and he puts on that song on the boombox. He's like, don't hit me, I'll hit me. He takes the trash can lids and like smacks him in the face. I'm crazy, and that scares off the bully.
And I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm out. Crazy.
Everyone knows why we're gathered here today. We are going to wed this can of Mountain Dew with my mouth. This is a brand new flavor, everyone. This is the hotness. This is Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Voodoo 2022. It is a brand new flavor.
How'd you find sugar-free? I know, I can
right?
only find sugar ones.
I couldn't. I walked into Target today to get some other shit, and I saw this. In fact, I didn't even see a sugary version. I just saw the zero sugar version.
Man, must be nice.
But yes, this is a limited edition mystery flavor. Look at that, Mrs. We're gonna call mystery now Mrs.ry.
Mrs.ry. Okay.
Or here we go. She doesn't need no man. She's not a Mrs. She's a Ms. It's now misery flavor. So, misery flavor, Mountain Dew. It is 2022's version, which I guess, according to this, is the fourth voodoo, the fourth mystery flavor. Now, I did not spoil what this flavor is. I did not Google it. We're going to try it live here on air. I did just consume an entire Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Spark Raspberry Blue Electric Boogaloo. I had all of that just to compare.
So you know what I would love?
What?
I would love if that number 4 mystery flavor was fucking Zero Sugar Spark. I would die.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try to guess it live on air, and I want you to also guess it based on my facial expressions. Here's the pop.
Correct.
Ooh, that's a good pop.
I'm
going to give it a little smell first. Ooh, it's got a little citrusy smell to it.
Live wire.
Almost like a Sour Patch Kid, like a bag of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh.
Okay. Before we get the taste in there, we got to do feel. I'm gonna stick my finger in here and just rub it. Oh, that's wet. That's a wet Mountain Dew. It's thin. It's thin like mineral spirits or like. Oh shit! I licked it off my finger.
Just
Hold
tasted
on.
it?
It's okay. It's okay. I erased that. That didn't happen.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We've smelled it. We know that it's thin. Let's taste it. The mouthfeel is like Mountain Dew. Have you ever had Mountain Dew?
Yes,
It's
to be
just like
expected.
it's got the carbonation in there. It's really thin like water, and it goes in
Yeah.
between your teeth really easily.
Like a liquid, perhaps.
It is definitely some kind of berry. It tastes exactly like fucking Sour Patch Kids. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Some sort of berry.
Like if you put 3 different colors of Sour Patch Kid in your mouth at once and you just chomp down, this tastes like that, like a big old bag of Sour Patch Kids. What flavor do you guess it is, just based on my reactions?
Because there's a way to look it up, right?
I'm about to look it up right now after you make your guess.
I'm gonna say like sour raspberry or some shit, like some kind of sour berry. If I had to guess.
Okay, here we go. We don't want it on Mountain Dew Flame. Oh, yet to be. Okay, here's a little tip. A little tip from MountainDew.fandom.com. The similar flavors are Pitch Black and Pitch Black 2. 2 Mountain Dews that I'm not familiar with because they did not have zero sugar versions.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying fruity berry notes. Bright, fruity. There's a sourness from the sour apple. Yeah, that's where I get the Sour Patch Kid from.
Yeah, it might be just like but they have an Apple version of what do you call it? Mountain Dew. That's Kroger exclusive around these parts.
There's a person on comicbook.com who reviewed it and says, I swear it's just citrus cherry. I don't think that's right. And there's a review from theimpulsivebuy.com that says it's a sour/berry combo.
Yeah, the way you were explaining it.
Yeah.
When do we find out the answers, by the way?
I don't know. I thought that I would be able to Google it and just find it. Let me put reveal at the end of this Google search. Return of the Mountain Dew Voodoo mystery flavor from Guilty Eats. No, that's not what I want. I don't know if they ever do.
I also have a Baja Blast Zero Sugar, but we know what that tastes like.
Nice. Okay. Well, there you go. I don't know if this is like one of those, you know how there's like an Oreo or some kind of drink or something
Oreo
like that
does
where
it,
they're
right?
like, guess what this flavor is? Surprise, it was Trick cereal.
Churro.
And it's like, oh, I don't think this is it. I think they're just like, hey, here's a new thing and we didn't know what to call it, so it's a mystery. I don't
Good
think
luck,
they're ever gonna
fucker.
reveal it. Yeah. It's good though. This might be.
That's good. Is that your new fave?
I feel like my mouth is gonna hurt. Like my body is getting the same anxiety that I get when I eat Sour Patch Kids, where I know I'm gonna overeat and then my mouth is gonna hurt for 3 days. But it tastes delicious. This is good. I feel like this is my favorite, but I don't know if I could drink a whole lot of it, just like Sour Patch Kids.
Imagine if there was sugar in that.
Woof.
You'd die.
I would be dead. Speaking of dead, the open world Assassin's Creed is. Oh wait, no, that's not our main quest. Our main. Before we get to our main quest, actually, hey, we're on twitch.tv/affableities, where you can watch me rub Mountain Dew on my fingers on Sunday evenings around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or you can catch us on demand on YouTube and podcast services on Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern. By the way, the Apple Podcast thing is fixed for now. I don't know what was going on, but I refreshed the thingy, and then I sent a support request, and immediately after I sent the support request, it showed up.
It went up.
But it's still on Spotify, still on Google, and SoundCloud or wherever else you listen to it. Bandcamp.
Pocket Cast for me, baby.
Pocket Casts. That's interesting. That I wonder where Pocket Cast gets its catalog from.
All the places, because I have Spotify exclusive podcasts on mine, and I also have iTunes
so it must be
exclusive
borrowing
podcasts on
it from one of them. Because to get on the Google Play Store, I had to create a Google account and link that RSS feed. To get on Spotify, we had to do the same thing. Apple, we had to do the same thing. So I'm guessing Pocket Cast is just like a duplication of one of those and pulls it from one or all of those things. I wonder how it shows up on our end. Like, what does it look like, the service that it's coming from?
I don't know.
Who knows? Probably God. Let's talk about we have a lot of things upcoming, including 14,000 Assassin's Creed games to reveal. But first, we're going to talk about Disney's very first gaming-related press conference. Disney showed us some games. This comes from Adam Bankhurst at IGN.com. D23 happened this week, which is the annual Disney press conference reviewing about parks and movies and TV shows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's home to the very first ever Disney and Marvel game showcase. And if you are unfamiliar, Disney does not just mean princesses. It now means Marvel. It means Star Wars. It means Indiana Jones, maybe. We didn't see
Sister Act 3.
It means Sister Act 3 video games. It means Alien. I always forget whenever I see Alien and Predator shit that's Disney now because they bought Fox. But yeah, so Disney means a lot more than just what you think it does. So we saw some interesting stuff. We're going to start with the interesting stuff, and then the rest of it's going to be garbage. Starting with the most interesting, Amy Hennig and Skydance New Media have finally revealed their upcoming narrative-driven ensemble adventure game with Marvel Entertainment. And it is centered around two dead heroes, Captain America and Black Panther. But they're still alive because it's set during World War II. During the story, you will travel to Paris and Wakanda and potentially more places. The game is yet to be titled, and it promises 4 playable heroes. 2 that you care about, 2 that you don't. The first one that you care about is Steve Rogers, a.k.a. Captain America. You know him, got America's ass. The second, Azuri, T'Challa's grandfather. There's T'Chaka Azuri. At the end of the World War II era Black Panther. Gabriel Jones, a random U.S. soldier and member of the Howling Commandos. And Nanali, leader of the fledgling Wakandan spy network. So you get 4 heroes, and you'll all fight over the 2 that you want. So that's coming. We had like a teaser thing. We didn't see any kind of gameplay. We barely saw like anything at all about this game. But we know that it's happening, and we know it's around. So I'm very excited because Amy Hennig has not been able to release a game for like literally 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
If you are not familiar with her work, it's probably because you were born in 2000 or later. But she directed the first 3 Uncharted games. She also worked on Ragtag, which was the canceled Star Wars game. And she also did... what did she fucking do before Uncharted?
Legacy of Kain, baby.
Legacy of Kain. That's one I always forget. Does this tickle your pickle, Adam? Are you into this? I know you're a Marvel boy, and I know you're an Amy Hennig boy-ish.
Another boy, and keep throwing boys in there. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I do like Alex pointed out that he called this. He's like,
He did.
He's like, stay with me. There's this crazy idea about Captain America and Black Panther in World War II. And like, hey, there we go. So good on you, Alex. Good job for that. Yeah, I'm all about it. Again, she's going to make an action adventure game. Actually, she did an interview with Blessing after like a longer form thing. And she's like, yeah, you know what games I've made before? We're doing that. So action adventure, those characters, those 2 other people don't care. Maybe they'll be fun. I don't know. But I like Black Panther and I like Captain America a lot. So I think it'll be good, especially coming from her. I can't wait for, like, Captain America to get shot and die. And you just hear a wow, 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 wow. It'll be great. Yeah, no, very, very cool.
Steve! I love it. Next, another banger of an announcement. Marvel's Midnight Suns, previously delayed a couple of times, and then it was like, y'all, we don't know when this game's coming out. Now has a new date, December 2nd, 2022, meaning, Adam, that's eligible for Respawn Aim Fire's Game of the Year.
You bet your ass it is.
Yes, it is. Who knows if we'll be able to finish it before we have that discussion, but it is coming.
I will.
The first week of December. Coming for new gen consoles and PC, and Switch version is still coming but has no date. Alongside this reveal, they also revealed that Marvel Midnight Suns will be getting prequel shorts beginning on Halloween, October 31st, a.k.a. Lincoln's birthday. Not Abraham, but another Lincoln that's very dear to our hearts. These are a, quote, set of 5 short videos that provide backstory on the formation of the young core of the Midnight Suns. I'm going to be honest, I didn't realize what they were showing when I was watching this part. I thought it was like, why are they doing a trailer for Midnight Suns in the style of the 90s X-Men cartoon? And then I was like, oh shit, this is actually an X-Men cartoon, but with, you know, Midnight Suns.
Thing, yeah.
I was like, oh, dope. So I'm into the art style. I'm into this thing. I can't wait to watch them.
Yeah, I actually have an update. Well, again, of course, very excited. Hope it's very good. I will definitely beat it. Comes out December 2nd. I'll probably beat it by December 5th because I'll just play it for 3 days straight. I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping the delay... It seems to me at this point that the delay was like, we can't get it to run on Switch. What do we do?
Yeah.
So
I will
be playing it.
Let's not do it on Switch yet.
and we'll do that later. We'll see. I'm hoping it's good. So remember last year or whenever it was, time is a shape of some sort, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think that's the one. 20-sided die. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna go through everything that's Marvel Midnight Suns. Remember when I said that?
Yep.
And I've gone through a lot of it, but especially I read every comic that has to do with the Midnight Suns. So I think these shorts will be cool because they'll just explain whatever I read, and they're all like 90s era stuff. So it was like multiple ghostwriters were hanging out, and it was kind of a crazy thing. But I'm interested to see the short videos. But I now know the story of Midnight Suns and all the characters, so let's go.
I completely forgot you were doing that. That's awesome.
Yep. All I got to do is finish the last season of Runaways, and then I'll basically be done with everything.
I accidentally forgot to. I got like a 3-month free trial of Marvel Unlimited with Xbox Game Pass, and then I forgot to cancel it. So now I have another month of it. So like maybe maybe I'll start that too.
I had that 3-month trial, and I read about 10 comics with it. Because at the end, it was like the last month, like, fuck, I better hurry up. It was a cool service, but I just did not use it for the first 2 of the 3 months. But whatever.
And then the rest of these games were booty. Like it could have just been
some
those
of these will be
announcements.
cool. I think some of them are not cool, but some of them might be cool.
Disney Illusion Island is a 2D platformer starring some old school looking Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy. You're switching off between some shit on Nintendo Switch, kind of like almost like a Rayman looking game with his little
That's
friends.
what excites me because I loved Rayman Legends a lot.
Did
This
you?
is a multiplayer. Oh, I love that game.
Okay.
Had a
I didn't
great
play
time.
Rayman Legends, but I did play Rayman, the very first game, PS1
Origins?
Classic, on my PSP Go.
Oh, you're talking about old Rayman.
Yes.
No, those
And I did not
Legends
enjoy
and
that.
Origin games are much better. Yeah, those are old games. You missed one here, by the way. So I will say, yeah, that seems cool. Let me know when it's not on Switch, and I will enjoy it very much.
Sorry, I did miss one. Bithell Games. This is exciting because I still have a near and dear spot in my heart for Thomas Was Alone. Bithell Games has revealed Tron Identity, a new visual novel adventure that follows Query, a, quote, detective program tasked with solving the mystery of an unprecedented crime. I admittedly have not played any of his games other than a little bit of Volume. I played Volume, which was like the Metal Gear Solid VR missions knockoff with Andy Serkis. And then you played something of his last week. What did you play?
What did I play that was a Bithell game?
You played something and you were not super jazzed with it.
Oh, John Wick Hex.
John Wick Hex. Yeah.
Which was like, it was all right. But again, my thing is that it being a visual novel, whatever, we'll see. If it's on Game Pass, I'll check it out. But I love Tron. There's not very much Tron out there, but whenever I was a kid, I was like, what the fuck are computer graphics? This shit is crazy. And then the one Legacy, I watched that movie in 3D, and I had a great fucking time watching that movie in 3D. It is weird that Kurt Russell has a young version of himself that's completely CG, but I enjoy the movie, so I'm a Tron fan. So, but after that, yeah, maybe some of these start to go downhill.
Next one. Niantic hasn't realized that the reason people like Pokemon Go is because it's Pokemon, not because the game's good. And so they are trying yet again with a Marvel-themed AR game from Niantic. It's called Marvel World of Heroes. It's an AR game that will let fans create their very own superhero and team up with their favorite Marvel characters in the real world. This was after Harry Potter Wizards Unite came and went and failed, after the Pikmin game came and went. I think that's still up, but no one's playing it. And then there was that like original Niantic game. Original as in brand new, not linked to an IP that is coming out, but is not out yet. Yeah, people care about it because it's Pokemon, y'all. Stop making other ones.
Yeah, that's the big one. But Marvel's that other property that people care about. So
yeah, but that's not the kind of thing I think people want to do with their Marvel entertainment.
We'll see. I'm with you. I'm not going to play it because I just don't. I had fun with Pokemon Go for about a week, and I was like, yeah, I see why people like this, but I don't want to walk outside with my phone as it drains my battery. But maybe it'll be for some people. I don't know.
We got a new look at Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. They got a quick gameplay overview. Cool. Marvel Snap, upcoming free-to-play collectible card game set in the Marvel Universe, will officially launch on mobile and PC on October 18th. Promises over 150 Marvel heroes and villains and a shorter average match time than other games in the genre to get players right into the action. This probably won't, but might have me. We'll talk about it later whenever we talk about what I played this week.
Interesting. By the way, your snapping is just your finger hitting your palm. It's not your fingers touching each other. Isn't that funny?
That's where the sound of the snap comes, yes.
Yeah, from you snapping your palm.
You can do it without...
Just
Can you
sounds
do
like
all
a
four?
wet Vajanga. Exactly what a Vajanga sounds like. Anyways.
No one's going to hear it because I put on a voice isolation thing whenever I edit this. So
it'll just be dead silence, and we're like, Vajanga, slap, 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 slap.
Yeah. You have to tune in live on Twitch if you want to hear what Vajanga sounds like. Return to Monkey Island. We got another advertisement that's saying, hey, this is coming on September 19th, aka Talk Like a Pirate Day. Aliens Dark Descent, the game that you don't want from the Aliens franchise, which seems to be a trend. Got a first look gameplay trailer as well. Less interesting than I've ever been.
Have you seen this, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, you did watch it. Because I remember us being like, that could be cool, but what the fuck is the actual game? So when you looked at it, what does it look like?
It's like a top-down, like, gross. It's so a top-down gross.
Helldivers, but not good.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me... not like a twin stick thing. I don't know. It just reminds me of every generic mobile-looking top-down game that I don't give a shit about.
Gotcha.
I don't remember this. The classic 90s platformer Gargoyles, which loosely follows the plot of Disney animated series of the same name, will be making a return on modern consoles and PC with updated visuals and controls. Gargoyles was first released on Sega Genesis in 1995. Shut up! And was one of the earlier projects of composer Michael Giacchino?
Apparently.
Michael Giacchino, who did Lost, which has an iconic score, who did Up, which has an even more iconic score, and something else recently. He did something else that replaced John Williams.
Marvel, tons of... Oh, he did the Batman.
He did the Batman.
Yep. He also did Jurassic World. All of those movies. So I'm glad he's... Oh, and I believe he's also directing the Werewolf by Night short that's coming out in Halloween. That'll be cool.
So this is... Okay. The later I got into that paragraph, the less excited I got. This is a re-release of the Sega Genesis game. Is that what this is?
Yeah, it's just like a like they did the Lion King remake and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I do remember the beginning of this as I was watching. It was like, we've released the Lion King and Aladdin and all these other games that you don't play anymore. And then I stopped paying attention.
Gargoyles is cool though.
Yeah, Gargoyles was dope. Disney Dreamlight Valley is the life sim game that allows you to live in a world with your favorite Disney and Pixar character, and recently launched into early access. It will soon add a new Toy Story realm that will bring with it Woody, Buzz Lightyear, new quests, and more. And this looks like Adam. I was trying to be fair and be like, what era of video games does this look like it comes from? And it looks like probably Nintendo Wii. And there is no voice act. Like when they showed off Woody coming to it, he's just like moving around, just like... And he's just like moving. It's terrible. It looks awful. So Disney Dreamlight Valley. A mobile MMORPG shooter, Avatar Reckoning, gets a first look trailer. Again, mobile title, so comes with its own baggage. But it allows you to customize your own avatar and explore Pandora across, quote, multiple game modes.
You know what's funny about this? Again, I don't care about this game. It's a mobile MMO. Oh, by the way, I remember... when a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Dune was getting that game, and you're like, oh, MMO, that's gross. It's actually by the exact team who did Conan Exiles, so it's a Conan Exiles game, but just in Dune.
Here's MMO is not what was gross to me. The survival part
stuff
was gross to me. Yeah,
that's exactly what Conan is. That's just funny. I do love in this rundown. This mobile title lets you customize your own avatar and explore Pandora across multiple game modes. So those creatures in that movie have a name, but us humans only call them avatar because it is a physical avatar for your body.
Right. It's like a Bruce Willis surrogate.
As fuck. Yeah. This mobile title lets you customize your own meat mech. That's what it is. Avatar's a meat mech. What a fucked up thing to do. I mean, I like the movie, but just thinking about it, they literally made meat sacks for you to put your brain into. That's fucked up. Anyways.
This is exciting. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, which a lot of people love, is getting a Galactic Edition on November 1st. It's going to bring a bunch of new characters. Bring with it 13 character packs, including 6 new packs that contain fan favorites like Cassian Andor, Reva, Captain Rex, and more.
Excited.
More reasons to play. Yeah.
Because I think I already have the version with the season pass. So I forgot like Ahsoka and all those people. But yeah, I want to play as Cassian. I want to see what's going on with Reva. Rex is awesome.
Disney Speedstorm's a Mario Kart ripoff and introduces racers from Monsters, Inc. Oh, yeah.
Mike Wazowski. Remember, there's a big plot point in that movie about him having a new car, about Mike Wazowski having a convertible. There's like a plot point in that movie about it. It's pretty funny.
And he like pantomimes. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me, so help me, so help me, goodbye. She's out of our hair, just when we dare to care. She said, au contraire. Okay, I'm done.
It's very good, very good.
Disney Mirrorverse that was a pretty good Billy Crystal, huh?
It's pretty good.
Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski singing.
Yeah.
Disney Mirrorverse is a free-to-play action RPG game. A game? Divergent Disney universe that has united the most iconic heroes and villains against a dark force. The mobile title is set to get its very own Halloween season and will introduce new guardians like Hades and more. And finally, Marvel Strike Force, the squad-based mobile RPG, is set to add Red Hulk on September 13th, and players can recruit this fiery brawler as Apocalypse's newest Horseman of War.
Mm-hmm.
They made a big deal about Red Hulk coming.
Yeah.
And Adam, we also saw a trailer from D23 for Secret Invasion, where Red Hulk was absent from that trailer.
Mm-hmm. From Secret Invasion?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolt? No. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say Secret Invasion, aren't I?
Well, I mean, that was what Samuel L. Jackson was like, coming down and dealing with the Skrull.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about Red Hulk.
Okay.
But we shared it in our group chat with the RAF boys. And we shared the Secret Invasion trailer, and then someone said, no Red Hulk. And then they said, no Red Hulk yet. So.
Interesting. I don't know much about Red Hulk. I know he's the actor who just passed away, but Thunderbolt Ross, I believe, turns himself into the Red Hulk at some point. But maybe that's something to do with Secret Invasion. Maybe it doesn't. Okay. I don't know. I haven't read it. I'm not a dork.
Speaking of speaking of Thunderbolts, how fucking weird is it that we see Bucky Barnes in that lineup of people?
Yeah. What's he doing there?
Yeah, what is Bucky Barnes doing with all those baddies? Huh?
They need someone. Well, he is a murderer.
You're right. You're right.
He's that part. He does murder
an assassin,
people.
A mass murdering assassin.
Yeah, so that makes sense. But yeah, I think overall it was pretty cool. I think there's definitely enough stuff here to have a showcase, and I enjoy Disney and Marvel properties, so I thought it was pretty good. Hey, when you get to the bottom part, it's like, yeah, okay. But that's basically every showcase, so I'm not too hard on them about it.
What I appreciated is that in total it was like, I think 20 to 25 minutes. So it was like the length of a long Nintendo Direct or a PlayStation State of Play. So it did not outstay its welcome.
Or a commercial for a Jeff Keighley show. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Dope.
But hey, Chad.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is?
Is it time for a segment from Adam? Segment from Adam.
Also help me.
Segment from Adam.
So what we're going to do, we're going to have a good time today, right? We're going to have fun. I have decided to do bring it back, bring it alive. It's alive. Bring it back from the dead.
Bring it back, bring it alive, bring it back, it's back from the dead. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. In this segment, I'm going to, because we just got a bunch of announcements, but I don't know, maybe Disney had forgotten some stuff. I'm going to throw you I have a randomizer full of video games, and I'm going to randomize the game so I get in my head, I need action adventure, I need a strategy, and you got to pick for me a franchise from Disney or Disney-owned property, and you're going to tell me, like, that would be a cool as that. That's a little fun thing, right?
Okay.
Where's my random button? You son of a bitch. Here it is. All right. So I'm going to tell you what kind of game we're going to make. So this will be, again, you're going to give me the Disney or Disney-owned franchise, and it's going to be like an open world, goofy shoot 'em up. Let's say, sort of like Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, shit. Well, here's the thing. You've already biased me with your word choice.
How about Spider-Man, but you're not Spider-Man? Open world silly times. How about that?
Well, I'm thinking Goofy movie. Like you're Max out there. You got Bigfoot. You're out in the river, the ocean, out exploring not the ocean, but the river, the waterfall, out exploring the woods, school. Like there are all sorts of different environments you can go around and get quests and thinking
Run around
Max
as
from
Max
Goofy
in
movie.
a
And there's
in a
a there's a
Goofy
really
place.
dope one where you have to like, I don't know, you have to go and fix a light above power lines, freaking like up on the catwalk above the stage, or else it's gonna fall on his head or something like that. There's a lot you can do with Goofy movie.
I say. So he's got Max is out doing a lot of quests in a lot of big environments, having
Yeah.
a good old Goofy time. I like it. And then that's the perfect aesthetic if you just did like everything's bright and fucking all over the place and vibrant.
Yep.
I like it. Okay. We're going to pull up another one. Let's see what this random game's going to be. I need you to make me a multiplayer, massively multiplayer first-person shooter with the tons of destruction. What makes
Massively
sense? Again,
multiplayer.
Disney owned, so technically a lot of Fox stuff would count if you want to include Fox. But a
Okay.
a big, massive team-based shooter game.
I want this to be. This is going to be a hit, Adam. This game is going to be fucking fantastic because of the creativity required in order to pull it off. This is a Lion King game. And these are not traditional guns, but
Yeah, it does sound like it.
every species of animal that you get to play as has some unique way of shooting something. You know, Pumbaa and Timon, Pumbaa obviously, put beetles in his ass and he farts them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Fart bullets.
Yeah, exactly. Timon, I don't know, maybe he has like a little catapult thing that he jumps on a log and it shoots
I'm trying
him.
to think, what does he do at the end of that movie when they're fighting? I'm sure, does he do anything interesting?
He cross dresses and sings a song.
I remember
and
that with the
distracts
coconut
people.
bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have all the other animals who can't talk, like just like fucking giraffes and wildebeests
Giraffes,
and all
yeah.
that. Like giraffes, you like put something in there. You know how giraffes neck fight and they just like move their necks.
Yeah.
It's like slinging shit around with their necks. Put a bullet in their mouth and they just go gah, and they sling their face really fast.
And the longer you whip your head around, the more damage the bullet does.
Yes, it's like a bolo. It's like a bolo, but with
You know what's
giraffe neck.
perfect? Make it a King of the Hill, and the hill is Pride Rock.
There you go. Perfect.
You're fighting to get up on Pride Rock and win. Here's my number one thing. I can let Scar win, because Scar is my favorite character in that movie.
Scar's
Love
dope.
Scar.
Also,
That's
I just
awesome.
recently saw the stage version for the first time. Scar has a
Okay.
really dope mask that, like, when he's talking, it's like
Like the
up
whole thing
above
moves.
his head, and then he has like this counterweighted crane on top that holds it on his head, and he can like flick his head down, and it comes in front, and it goes like, and
That's pretty
it's
fucking
really
cool.
dope.
That's
He's the only lion that has that cool one.
well, because he's fucking dope as shit.
Yep.
You know Scar. All right. Let's see. Next one up is, I don't know. Okay, basically, think of Skyrim, think of, whatever, open world fantasy RPG. That kind of mood.
Okay. Open world fantasy Sky. Okay. You play as the prince in one of the many princess movies. Probably something like Sleeping Beauty or Snow White, where you are traveling, searching castles for a princess, searching through the woods, avoiding witches and apples and shit like that. It's not exciting, but those games aren't exciting to me. So that's what we're getting.
Chad, you got to stop. You're being that guy. The next up, I want a game, again, Disney or Fox, where maybe it's like you just simulate everyday life. Maybe it's the Sims 3 starter pack. Make me a Disney or Fox game off of the Sims 3 starter pack being your basis for the video game.
Okay. Here it is. You are building. It's Alien versus Predator. You are building.
Love it.
The like the temple that in the very first movie, like the temple that they're like birthing the aliens in and
where they
fighting
do their
all that
hunts.
shit. Yeah, where they do their hunts. You're building that out, creating your obstacles, creating your sniper's perches and shit like that. And then you're also at the same time, it's resource management. Like, do I have enough resources to make the queen lay 3 eggs today? And then I trapped a couple of people outside, and we'll move them inside and let the face huggers take over. So it's a little bit of resource management, a little bit of park building, a little bit of
Yeah, you're
hunting.
running. You're running a hunting ground.
Yep.
I like it. You're like, oh no, the conveyor belt broke down. We gotta go fix it.
Yep.
Very cool. All right, I'll give you one more. Let's hope that this random video game generator gives me something good. Nah, we've already done something similar to that. Let's see. That's a weird one. Let me do one more, and we'll just stick with whatever this is. Don't know what that video game is, so one more.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Give me like a fun, crazy, super bright and colorful puzzle game. Maybe like Tetris Effect.
Okay. Super bright puzzle.
Or you can just give me Disney Tetris if you want to be lazy, but you know, it's up to you.
Okay. Let's see. For some reason, I'm thinking Cars, but I don't want anything to do with Cars.
Oh, Lightning McQueen! He's the long one, and then you turn Mater's the T. You know.
Okay, so it's a racing game. You have a track, and you have your cars going around the track, and every time that you match 3, it gives them a boost.
Oh,
and so
okay.
and that progresses your character around the track. It's not exciting, but it's a mobile puzzle.
It's like a mobile fun game. Man, Lighting is going to go so fast. We'd have all the different characters and put them in carts, charge $5 per. It's like we put Timon in a coconut car, because remember that time he had a coconut bikini? He's in a car now.
Yeah.
Go enjoy that.
Each race is 3 laps, but you can only do 1 lap before you have to wait 30 minutes to cool down or pay 5 gems.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it. Very good. All right, that's my segment. We made some good stuff. Disney, give me money.
Dope. Thank you, Adam, for that segment from Adam. Mask Llama in the chat says, cool ideas. Thank you. They were all original from my brainstem.
Yep.
From my brainstem in the back here, not in my temple. Let's move on to playtime, where we talk about what we played this week. We've got a bunch of little letters in here. I'm going to make mine quick because I'm not going to talk about one on purpose. I'm not going to talk about the other one because I always talk about that one. And then the third one I made no progress on. So I'll go very first and very quickly.
Okay.
Let's talk about I first. Inscription, Adam. I got the bug. I beat this game last week. We recorded, and I had played through a little bit of it, and I had progressed far enough that I was in a different part of the game, and now I stayed up that night until 3 a.m. I don't stay up till 3 a.m., Adam. I cannot remember the last time that I saw 3 a.m. It was wild. I played through the rest of that game all in one sitting. Incredible. I think we're going to do a spoiler cast review. This is one of those games, though, that like everyone should play it. And don't look up anything about it. Just fucking pay the $20 on PlayStation or the $3 I'm sure it is on Steam and go play it. And then listen to our spoiler cast afterwards. I think we might be teaming up with somebody from a familiar face from a podcast you all know and love to make that happen. I played more Destiny. Surprise. Fuck me. Cuphead. I jumped back into... I pulled out my Switch because I'm putting Zelda 2, Link's Adventure of Link, because that's our barf game for the month. I put that on there. I was like, well, I have this in my hands. Let me play a little bit more Cuphead DLC. And I fucking... hate it so good, but right now it's more of the hate and less of the good.
Beat your ass.
Fighting this stupid cow shooting me out of the back of a thing and vacuuming up money that I keep getting hit with, and then a fucking glizzy man shoots sausages out of flying pans and pots at me, and then spicy chilies keep getting me. And it's
classic Cuphead.
Classic Cuphead. It's a fantastic game, though. I hopefully will either beat it or crush my Switch this week, though. But here's my promise to myself, not to the listeners, because I don't want you to hold me accountable and throw eggs at me. But my promise to myself, I have 3 games that I gotta play in the next 6 weeks. Horizon Forbidden West, because I know I'm not going to play it if it comes post God of War.
Okay, yeah.
I have to play God of War the original. I'm going to put it on easy mode and just experience the game again.
Just go through, yeah.
And then I'm going to play Final Fantasy VII Remaster. Not remake, but the remaster of the PS1 game to prepare for Crisis Core, which is coming in a couple months. So I'm going to force myself to play those things and not as much Destiny over the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks-ish. So hopefully I'll have more to talk about those old-ass games over the next 2 weeks.
I'm sure your squad is very happy to hear that.
That's right. We had a big old bungle of communication over the last couple of days trying to get another raid in. So one of them has a baby now. Congrats to little Bodie. Baby Bodie was born. So that means his daddy is with the wind could be here one moment, could not be here the next. It's like,
Okay,
oh,
I
I'm
didn't know what you
available. Oh,
meant.
nope, kid pooped and he's crying and who knows.
When you say with the wind, that's normally whenever you've cremated somebody and you've let their ashes go.
Oh my God, that's disgusting, Adam. Then you breathe them in and then you have dead people in your lungs for the rest of
You
your life.
have no idea. You have probably swallowed multiple dead people in your life, if we're being honest.
That's unrelated to people being in the wind. That's because I'm a cannibal.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Tell me about Wusuf and Dudenta.
So, I'm going to start with this DD down here.
Okay.
Play Disney Dreamlight Valley, baby.
What?
That game you were shitting on is fucking awesome.
Wait a minute. The one I was shitting on about
Toy Story
Woody
stuff.
going. "Go."
Yeah, I will give this to you. Absolutely no voice acting. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. You're not wrong about any of that. But I did play Disney Dreamlight. It is early access on I did through Game Pass is how I got it. You can also just buy a Founders Pack or whatever. And it is basically Stardew Valley / management sim farming game, whatever, but Disney. And I had a great time. I'm
Okay.
very into it. Yeah, I'm having a real good time with it.
Okay.
Played on my PC. Nice 1440p, nice clean game. Moana and The Rock are hanging out in my village.
Oh, dope.
We're having a good time. I mean, it's very much like it is made by Gameloft, which I believe is a mobile game company.
Yeah. They were like the
So it's
OG
definitely that
iPhone
feel.
game makers.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like any free-to-play stuff is in there. I mean, it's like you got tired, go back to your house or eat a meal. All right, and you go back to your house and literally in 0.1 second, your stamina is refilled. So it's like, all right, that's literally not even an issue. So yeah, no, I had a good time. Played a good couple hours and just was like building out my thing. I don't know why I wanted to play it, but I was fucking yeah, let's play Disney Dreamlight. Yeah, you're right. There's no voice acting. That's very right. I put on my headphones. I was like, I wonder if Merlin's going to talk to me. Oh, he doesn't? I'll just listen to podcasts while I play. That's what it is. It's a
Yeah.
podcast game. So that's fun. I enjoy it. Next up, the T is for Tunic.
Yes, sir. Tunic.
Had it downloaded since literally the day it came out and just never played it. I decided to because I just wanted to play something. I was like, that's something new. What's something I need to play? I'm like, yeah, Tunic's probably it. I had a good time with that. Good way through it. I got the lantern so I can go into the dark dungeon place. And I do like that game. I like the instruction manual thing to it. The Souls-ish. Well, I mean, it's just like, you roll and you got stamina and stuff. I'm interested to see if I went back and played the game at the beginning, now knowing all the little secrets, if those secrets would actually work or not. Because I feel like they don't actually work until you go through the other door and then you see the back door. I don't know. Either way, very cool. I like that game.
I'm curious as we play through Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, how much I know that like the instruction manual is basically inspired by / ripped off from that game. So I'm curious how much other stuff that we'll notice like, oh, I remember that from Tunic.
Yeah, Tunic definitely feels like that game. I mean, he said specifically, he's like, yo, I love fucking Zelda 2 specifically, and that's what this game is. So yeah, I had a great time with Tunic. I'm gonna keep playing it, probably finish it. It'll probably be up there on that indie game of the year list. That's really cool. And then W is the season finale of What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, you left out some letters. Took me off guard.
You would have got it.
Wait, was that the finale?
Man. Yeah, Sunrise Sunset is the finale.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. All of these seasons are only 10 episodes, man. I hate to see it.
Yeah,
it's a real fun watch, but it goes by quick.
Love to see it walk away though.
Yeah, love to see her leave. But of course, fantastic show. It's great. It's sad. That ending is sad. When he's like, "Do you remember anything?" It's like Laszlo got to be a dad for the first time, and he's like, "I don't remember a fucking thing." And I'm like, "Fuck." God damn it, Laszlo. I feel so bad for you, bud.
That poor guy. Especially the context of like the season prior to. And how his relationship with Colin Robinson that whole previous season and how he was just like, I know you're going to die, dude. So like, let's just make it the us show. Yeah. And then he's like, I get a second chance. And it's like, fucking all of that was for nothing.
I'll promise he won't be the most boring person in the world. But yeah, him as a teenager, it's so funny. It's Colin Robinson as a teenager. It's just the adult actor, just like in a puffy jacket with a hat on. It's like, no, that's just a grown man.
With a bad blonde wig.
Yeah, very bad wig. It's a great show. Everyone should watch it. That season finale is heartbreaking, and we'll see what happens with Guillermo next. That was it.
Guillermo. Dope. we've got some stories to talk about. First up on our quest log, I spoiled it a little bit earlier, 1,000 Assassin's Creed games. More showcases from Ubi this time. This is Adam Bankhurst at IGN. Up front, I'm gonna just say, no, I'll save this comment for after we do all the Assassin's Creed stuff. So, Ubisoft has officially revealed Assassin's Creed Infinity, which was the leaked thing that they commented, yes, this exists earlier, but now I feel I'm more confused after they revealed it. It's a new platform, and it's a hub that is going to serve as the future of the Assassin's Creed franchise. That's
I have all the
Assassin's
answers, by
Creed
the way,
Infinity.
for you. Whatever
Okay.
you have. I've read multiple other articles.
Perfect. Okay, so it's a hub called Infinity, and it has 2 games so far that have just been announced that are going to be on the platform. So those first 2 games are going to be in feudal Japan. You're going to be a shinobi in feudal Japan. People have been asking for that for forever.
Hell yeah.
And that one's helmed by Watch Dogs. And then another one is helmed by Watch Dogs Legion's director, Clint Hocking.
Which is the witch one, by the way.
Right.
We'll
which
talk
is
about it in a second,
codename
but that
Hex
is
or something. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Infinity itself is not a game, but it's a place where players will explore and jump into future entries, beginning with the feudal Japan game Assassin's Creed Codename Red. While not which was so that's the Codename Red is the Assassin's Creed feudal Japan game, and then Codename Hex is the second one. Not much was revealed around it. It just had like a little teaser image of looks very Blair Witch-esque, and you see a little witch totem idol thing in the shape of the A, and is rumored to be around the Salem witch trials thing. And then in addition to the single player games, those 2 games that are going to be in part of Infinity, Ubisoft also shared that Assassin's Creed multiplayer will return in some form, although details will come at a later date. So there's multiplayer in Assassin's Creed Infinity while also serving as a hub for the other 2. I'm going to pause there before we talk about the third one that's not part of this. Mm-hmm. Adam, explain to me a little bit more about Infinity.
So basically, Infinity is a hub or platform, as people say, where the other games. So basically, I think the idea is like they make like a launcher that is like a fake Animus.
Okay.
And then you go to the games from there. But they were like, no, like you'll still be able to go to a store and buy Assassin's Creed Red. Like none of that's changing. It's just when you launch it to the game, it's like, here's a weird meta version of all our games together. So you're like, oh, I go explore it. But then it's also probably a digital storefront where it's like, hey, you want to buy the new one that just came out? Here it is. Another Battlefield did a very similar thing where you would launch into Battlefield, and on the left side of the main menu screen, you could press a button and it's like, here's all the other Battlefield games. And you could just jump to them from that screen and it would just put you into the Battlefield game. So it's basically just like, we're going to meta a storefront that you can just buy the games and play them out of. It
kind of reminds me of, I hated this implementation of it, but Call of Duty the last couple of years. Like you would download Warzone, but you would have to download an enormous package that includes Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 and Cold War and something else, and it was like all in one thing, one big launcher. But if you clicked on one of the ones that you didn't download, then would take you to a separate download screen for all of that kind of shit. But it was like one thing for all of those games. It was confusing to me.
So we've seen it before. It's just like, hey, here's a digital storefront to buy the other things. But this one they said is like supposed to be like in game, like, oh, the Animus is a place where you go to different stuff. So again, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But it's just like buy our other games from this menu, I guess.
You know what? That might actually be a good analogy, actually, for the multiplayer type thing of it too. Maybe it is like if in that Call of Duty example, maybe the feudal Japan game and the Witch game are like Call of Duty, the single player experience is Cold War, Modern Warfare, and then the multiplayer thing is like, oh, and then we have Warzone in there. Like this is our massively multiplayer kind of thing in there. Cool. Thanks for clearing that up a little bit. In addition to those games, there are several games that they announced that are not part of Assassin's Creed Infinity that are coming a little bit sooner. So following its reveal last week, Assassin's Creed Mirage got a big reveal at Ubisoft Forward, and it was confirmed that this new adventure will take place in Baghdad, 20 years before the ascent of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It will star Basim Ibn Ishaq and is designed to be a modern take on the original gameplay template for the earlier Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed Mirage will be released in 2023. This one got like a 3.5-minute trailer, a CG trailer, which is pretty cool. But I think what was interesting is that this last sentence here kind of confirms it. It's like they're going back to the linear, stealthy type gameplay from the first couple of games. And they said that this will feel like a brand new origin or start for the franchise like the original did too.
Yeah, I think they were like 15 to 20 hours. Yeah, you could do that. Basically, it's just like, hey, remember the Ezio games? We're going to do those. We're going to do another of those.
Importantly,
Like, awesome.
It's not going to be like Odyssey or Origins.
Yeah.
Those big open world do whatever, and Valhalla. So we've got that game. We've got the Witch Trial game. We've got the Jade game, or the Red game, the Shinobi Japan game. And then we also have another new mobile entry set in ancient China called Assassin's Creed Jade. So this is a mobile-only game. So it'll feature classic Assassin's Creed gameplay and will take place in an open world that was built to work well with touch controls. In addition, you'll be able to create your own assassin for the very first time in this game, and for the very first time in an Assassin's Creed game in this one. And Jade will let players explore China in the year 215 BCE and even parkour across the Great Wall of China.
As someone pointed out, making a mobile Assassin's Creed game based in China, probably for the Chinese market.
Yep. So that game's going to be different in style. And then we also have another last chapter for Assassin's Creed Valhalla called The Last Chapter, which will tie up all the loose ends of Eivor's story. Interesting that game is 4,000 hours long and does not have an ending yet, which is interesting.
Man, they did crossovers. They did all kinds of stuff. That game's crazy.
So that's the end of the Assassin's Creed stuff. My takeaway from this is that they have a ton of different ways that they are taking the Assassin's Creed franchise right now. They've got the Japan stuff. They've got, like, it looks like maybe a smaller, spookier, stealthier hex, witch trial thing. They've got the linear, just focus on stealth, Assassin's Creed, Mirage. No, not Mirage. Which one is it?
Mirage is the Bassam one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so you've got that one. And then you've got the mobile game for China, and you're just parkouring with touch controls. And then they've got the Valhalla open world, do whatever you want for 1,000 years. They have so many different types of experiences for Assassin's Creed coming out of the next X number of years. And I feel like they are probably just back to the drawing board right now. And they're just like, let's cook a bunch of different types of spaghetti. We're going to throw them all and see which one people gravitate towards. And then that's where
like
the future of
penne?
Assassin's Creed.
Do they like the angel hair? Do they like the meat sauce? Do they like the marinara sauce? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Ubisoft definitely feels like they're like, hey, we know we have a hit. Because I remember when they had a trailer for like the 15 years. And I'm like, y'all got me on the nostalgia for a thing for 15 years ago. Because I'm like, nah, this is hype. There's good moments in there. But they definitely feel like a company that, like, they're constantly delaying stuff, or stuff doesn't work out, or they release Roller Derby and no one gives a shit. And they're just like, we know Assassin's Creed works. Let's do a bunch of cool ideas for that and hope to, like, build up from there. Because, again, Ubisoft is constantly announcing free-to-play stuff and then canceling it, and nothing comes of it. But Assassin's Creeds are always hits. So let's just try to have fun there.
Next up, we have Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which is coming in October. Already has some DLC announced for it. Rayman will be coming after launch as part of a brand new pack where it's all going to focus on Rayman. Skull and Bones, everybody's favorite pirate adventure. It's
is that coming out?
Officially set in sale on God of War Day, November 8th. And
it's 2 days before your mom's birthday.
2 days before my mom's birthday, the same day as my dentist appointment, which is also God of War Day, which means I need to move my dentist appointment. Oh, God of War Day is the 9th. Oh,
this is Sonic Day.
This is Sonic Frontiers Day. Okay, I'm going to have nice clean teeth for Kratos then. We're going to be good. So Skull and Bones is set to finally set sail on November 8th, and the trailer revealed was focusing on ship customization and the in-game trading network known as The Helm, and much more. And it will also was confirmed that Skull and Bones will feature cross-platform play at launch.
Cool.
Is this coming to Game Pass? I can't remember.
No. I'm waiting for it to, because I do want to play it, but I don't want to spend $70 to play it.
And this is a game that I feel is very quickly going to come to Game Pass. Mm-hmm. And then everyone knows and loves Trackmania Adam. This is a game that's infamous to me because the very first Ubisoft Forward was like 45 minutes of Trackmania leading
People
up to...
love Trackmania.
God. So after years of being
Apparently.
PC exclusive, Trackmania is finally headed to consoles next year in 2023 and will include crossplay, cross-progression with PC. No Switch version is mentioned, but it was confirmed it will land on the new gen systems: Xbox Series S and X, PS5, Google Stadia, and Amazon Luna.
Stadia.
It's the
Huh? Luna
first time-
makes sense. Stadia not.
Yeah,
so much.
right? That's the first time I think I've ever heard of a game coming to Luna. I know that the game exists. I know that it has at least a couple players. There are literally dozens of them. But
So many.
I've never heard of anyone explicitly saying, we're coming to Amazon Luna.
Yeah.
Just Dance 2023 was announced for holiday release. And Adam, in a bombshell, this is the first time in a decade and a half
Okay.
that the game is not coming to Nintendo Wii.
Oh no!
Not Wii U, but Wii.
Oh no!
Just
They've
Dance
been doing it
2023
for
is
so
not
long.
coming to the Wii, and it is also not coming to last gen systems, PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh damn! They're
Yeah.
all in on the new stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fancy ass Just Dance.
All right.
We got a new look at Rainbow Six Mobile, a brand new free-to-play game that was built from the ground up for mobile. When Rainbow Six Mobile launches, it will feature 5v5 matches, crossplay, and voice chat. And we got a couple Division properties. Division Heartland is a free-to-play game set in the world of Ubisoft's massive Tom Clancy series, and still on track for release in 2022 and 2023 on PC, consoles, and cloud. And cloud. Okay. And then also Division Resurgence, a mobile spinoff. It's accepting signups right now for its next testing phase. Forgot that franchise existed for a second. How fun was
It's weird.
Extraction, though?
I never played Extraction.
Oh, it was fun.
But the Division 2 was one of the first like those MMO games that didn't launch like shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
remember, every other like MMO light game just launched fucking awful. Division 2 was fine from the beginning. It was great. They just didn't have anything for Endgame. I don't think they still have anything interesting for Endgame. But on the launch week, launch month, it was awesome. It's great.
I bought the Division 2 when it was on sale for like $3 on PlayStation. And we were all so excited. All the RAF boys, me, Holden, Matt, Dallas, Brent, we were all like, let's all play the Division 2. And we bought it on PS4. And then Holden's like, oh, I can't, I'm out of space on my PlayStation and I can't delete Sekiro. So I'm going to buy it on Xbox for $3. So then we all bought it on Xbox for $3. And then none of us played it. So most of us own it on 2 consoles and none of us played
Never
it.
played it. Great. Give them their $6.
Riders Republic is teaming up with Vans and getting its own and it's getting BMX biking. I thought they were going to make Riders Republic bikes. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
No real life bikes would be awesome.
Yeah. The Crew 2, Crew Harder, is getting ice tracks for the first time. And Simon Belmont and Alucard from Castlevania are coming to Brawlhalla on October 19th. Did you think Assassin's Creed was done? Because it's not, Adam.
There's
It's
more.
getting yet another game. An untitled, undetailed Netflix game. So if you subscribe to Netflix, you can go to their app and
Oh,
you can download it.
No, this is a live action series.
No, there are 2 things. There's a live action
Oh,
series
okay,
and a
yeah.
Netflix
I
game.
gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you. I was like,
So yes, Netflix and Ubisoft have partnered up to develop not only a live-action adaptation of Assassin's Creed, not starring Michael Fassbender, but
I
also
like that
3
movie.
exclusive Ubisoft mobile games for its players with a Netflix subscription. These games include a sequel to Valiant Hearts, which was actually
Thank
a
you.
really good Ubisoft indie game. What did they call that platform again? Or indie
Ubi Arts.
Ubi Arts, yeah. A roguelite-inspired Mighty Quest for epic loot, and a new original Assassin's Creed game. They will be free on the Netflix app for those with a subscription, or the weird iOS garbage workaround if you are playing on iPhone. And they will have no ads or in-app purchases. Woo! Ubisoft Forward.
It's a lot.
So much Assassin's Creed. But
I'm
they
ready
know what
for the
sells.
show. Or the whatever it is, because I did the Michael Fassbender movie, had points that were cool. Not all of it. And then, I hope this just leads more people using the Netflix app for gaming thing. Because, again, I was like, oh, yeah, fucking Into the Breach is on here. People need to use this because this game is actually really good. So, and Valiant Hearts, I'm very excited for it, too. It's weird that it's a mobile. Well, probably going to start as a mobile and thing. I'm sure it'll come other places eventually. But that was a cool game that needs a sequel.
Yeah. Dope. We've got a couple more stories here to talk about. One is Sony finally gets its shit together from Ryan Dinsdale at IGN.
Such
For
a dirty
all
mouth,
you-
Ryan Dinsdale.
I know, Ryan Dinsdale, you fucking potty mouth. For all you nerds who play your PlayStation on a gaming monitor instead of a TV in your living room, Sony has announced the firmware update that includes 1440p monitor support. It supports game lists and new social features, launching globally September 7th, which is 4 days ago.
In the past.
Announced on the blog post, Sony's vice president of platform, Hideki Nishino, said that these highly requested features, first confirmed in July, will finally be fully released. They also revealed that Sony is testing other features, including the ability to do a voice search for YouTube videos from anywhere on the PS5 console. And it's also adding new features to the PlayStation app, including the ability to launch a remote play session straight from your phone and the option to request that friends share their screens. Dope. That's new features to the PlayStation app, including the ability to launch a remote play session straight from your phone. I wonder if that means that remote play is no longer going to be its own app, but it's now just going to be integrated in the PlayStation app like it is for Xbox.
That'd be cool, because I
Yeah.
do like the idea of, cloud gaming on your phone, especially if you've got like a backbone or whatever. So I've never used it for PlayStation, but I didn't realize that you couldn't do it from the phone app. So that's cool that you can.
It's its own. There's a remote play app that you have to download in order to do it.
Gotcha.
That YouTube thing is like secretly killer. Like I do that on Apple TV right now. It's just like from anywhere on that, I just say search Apple TV or search YouTube for Cactus Destiny videos, and it does it. So
Search YouTube for best pasta recipes.
search YouTube for the best Assassin's Creed spaghetti. Next up,
real quick though, 1440p. I know you said nerd stuff. It's actually good because again, 1440p. I would rather play a game at 1440p 60
yeah.
instead of either pick 4K or 30. Like I'd like the middle ground, maybe both ways, or give me all in the same. But also it just leaves just Dolby support, and I think
And they're on
Sony
par.
basically has every feature that you would want, and you'd be good to go.
Yeah. Did you see The Last of Us Part 1 remake has, instead of like 4K 30 and then dynamic at 60, it's 4K 40 frames a second. Like that's the standard. Like that's your regular mode with ray tracing. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like get as many frames as you can. I guess if you've got some extra power.
I mean, if you
left
can
over.
guarantee me 40, I'll
Yeah.
do that over 30 or do over 30 in a heartbeat. So interesting.
Next up, Uncharted to PC. Eddie McCooch at GameSpot. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, which we knew was coming to PC, now finally has a release date October 19th, and a special Fortnite bonus for all you little babies who play on the Epic Games Store. This is according to the game's product page that was recently discovered by Wario64 and has since been removed. But everyone who pre-buys the Legacy of Thieves collection for PC via the Epic Games Store by a certain date in September, according to the leak, will get a Fortnite glider in the shape of Sully's seaplane. This will mark the second crossover with the Uncharted franchise, the first of which came after the movie came out last year.
Do you look like Tom Holland? I'm assuming.
You can swap back and forth. So it's like there's like you get the Nathan Drake skin, and there's like an alt costume. There's the Nathan Drake from the games, and then you alt over to Tom Holland, and then the same for Chloe, game and then movie version.
Here's what we need to do. Either Brent or whoever wants to play Fortnite. You wear the Nathan Drake Tom Holland costume. I'll wear the Spider-Man No Way Home Tom Holland costume. And we'll be Tom Holland in Fortnite.
Perfect. And we'll talk in British accents.
It would be great.
Cool. And that then makes... Is the Uncharted original collection 1 through 3 on PC already?
Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think it actually might just be these.
I think it's just these, yeah.
The DLC remaster thing. Because I guess it was a remaster compared to just a collection from before.
It does not look like they are.
I'm sure if
Nathan
this sells
Drake
well, they'll
collection.
probably put the old ones on there.
Yeah. All right, our final story is Dat Cyberpunk New from Multiple at GameSpot. Cyberpunk 2077. We already knew some stuff was coming. We got some announcements. CD Projekt Red announced via its Night City Wire live stream that Edge Runners is a new game update for Cyberpunk 2077 and will be the last major content update for players using last-gen consoles.
Wah, wah.
So your game just started running great, and then we're telling you we're not going to support it with new stuff after this. The news was immediately followed by the reveal of Phantom Liberty, the Cyber 2077 expansion currently slated for release sometime in 2023. The expansion's trailer confirmed that Phantom Liberty will only be on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Stadia, and PC.
Stadia.
Remember when that game was literally only in development for last-gen consoles, and PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, we'll get to those eventually. And now they're like, we're bending in that shit fast.
Like, y'all got your updates. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Leave us alone.
Edge Runners is out today. It introduces new changes to the game, including the ability to use mirrors, resculpt your character's face, body, and cyberware, and includes Nibbles the Cat in photo mode. It also adds Roach Race, the first of a series of in-game arcade cabinets. Phantom Liberty, the next-gen exclusive stuff, will be a paid DLC. It was revealed during the Night City Wire live stream yesterday and will feature the return of Keanu Reeves' Johnny Silverhand. Described as a spy thriller, the expansion will introduce a new cast of characters that will allow players to explore new districts of Night City. Set to release in 2023 on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Stadia. However, won't be coming to old shit. This is a game that I have no regrets about ever not playing, and I don't think I will ever play it now that its reputation is tarnished. So I will turn this conversation over to you, Adam.
Great game, fantastic game, even when it came out, as long as you didn't play on a baby console, all you big babies. It shouldn't have released on those consoles if it was in bad shape, but I think the game's great. There's a lot of people who are like, that game's great, it's awesome. It's cool to get some new content based on the anime, which, again, the trailer was cool. I'm probably not going to watch the anime. Apparently, Giancarlo voices somebody in that, so
really?
That's pretty cool. Apparently so. And yeah, I'm interested. I'm definitely going to play the Phantom Liberty DLC because I've been waiting for new content for that game. And I'm very happy that it's, and regardless of, I understand people being upset about last gen. I didn't have issues because I played it on a Series X, even though it was the old gen version. But yeah, it's been a fucking mess. Don't deal with it. Give them, you did what you could do. Fucking move on to the future. And then another part about this, which wasn't this story, but that The Witcher 3 next gen version is still slated to come out in this year. So,
I forgot that was a thing.
Yes, so I can finally finish the last DLC because I was going to wait for next gen versions, and it took 1.5 years. But I'm still waiting, and I want to play next gen versions. I want to play as Henry Cavill, which is a great actor, and I know you hate him, but you're wrong.
I don't hate Henry Cavill. I
think you do.
Why do I hate Henry Cavill?
Didn't you say he was overrated in The Witcher show or something like that?
Oh, no, I just think The Witcher show is overrated. It's cool when magic and shit's happening, but then I don't care about it. Right? But no, he's great in Mission Impossible. That's a fantastic movie.
Reload my arms, everybody. That's what I did. God,
yeah,
so
and then
good.
just him fucking ripping a log. No, that was Steve from Captain America.
Steve Rogers.
But still, him,
Henry Cavill could definitely rip a log in half.
Yeah, he could rip Steve Rogers in half.
We split him in half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a sex joke.
Then that's it. That's it for our show, except for Game On Game Show. The Game On Our Gaming Show, we play a game called Game On, the gaming show on our game show. Game. Speaking of Henry Cavill ripping people in half sexually, the game this week is Games Gone Wild.
Oh, yeah.
Where we see games go wild. We don't want wild games. We want to watch the games go wild. That's an adapted paraphrase quote from Sunny in Philadelphia. The way this game works, it's been a long time since we played it. The way this game works is that I pick a handful of games, run them through a thesaurus, and on the other end comes out the result. I will read the result, and you try to figure out what the game was that it came from.
Real quick, I'm not going to give you shit because I just recently for Our Misfit Rolls, I was like, I need to think of a new title that I haven't used before because the title that came in my head is we literally used that in season 1. So I went into thesaurus.com and typed a word in. It's that's a lot of weird wordage that I put in the past and it gave me a lot of weird stuff. I eventually chose antiquity.
Ooh.
But there was a lot of weird things about that.
Yep.
So I'm not going to give you too hard a time.
Here's the theme for this one, Adam. I like to have these things be topical. And in just 10 days, it will be the autumnal solstice.
Okay.
which means autumn is finally here in the Northern Hemisphere, also called fall. And all of these games we're going to talk about are games that let you fall in love with someone. So they're all games that have romance options.
All right. Cool. Okay.
So I'll go through these games. I have 7 of them. And again, just try to guess what the original name of the game was. I have not changed numerals. Those will remain the same. So those could be a little helpful hint there. But let's start with Wyvern Epoch Beginnings.
Dragon Age Origins.
Dragon Age Origins is correct. That is correct.
I would not have gotten the middle one, but I knew Wyverns and Dragon. So that
I was trying to think of, like, when a thesaurus age, it was just like old, elderly. And I was like, no, but this is like an era. And I was
like a historical era. Yeah,
right. This one might be tricky, but I think you'll get it. Wait result. Wait, W-E-I-G-H-T. Result.
Mass Effect.
That is Mass Effect. That is correct.
Yes. Weight and mass and a gross. I know all those terms. You know what a gross is?
Yeah.
It's like it's a very specific number of a thing.
It's also the last name of this kid named Cameron from elementary school.
It was the. Did
you remember Cameron Gross?
Him Gross? Well, I didn't go to school with
No,
him.
we called him Cameron because that was his name.
You didn't have like a mean nickname where you called him like Mr. Gross or some shit.
No,
I don't fucking. Kids are stupid. I don't
one
fucking know.
One time, like 6 years ago, my family was out eating at Sticky Fingers barbecue restaurant, which no longer exists near Concord Mills Mall.
Was it next to Goodfellas?
No, it was not. It was not. We were eating at Sticky Fingers, and Cameron Gross was our waiter.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh shit, I have not seen this kid in 12 years-ish, probably. I don't know.
He was like,
15 years.
Sticky Fingers.
And we did not acknowledge each other. I recognized him. I don't know if he recognized me, but he was my waiter at Sticky Fingers. And that restaurant is now not there anymore.
Oh, that's awful. Probably Cameron Gross.
He probably is
up.
still there. He's probably still alive. They don't slaughter the staff when the restaurant goes under.
Sorry, guys, we're under. You gotta go. By the way, a gross is 144 or a dozen.
A dozen. Nice. 12 squared. Speaking of other fun things for weights and things like that, one of my favorite things about the sport of CrossFit is some of the name, like there's the snatch and the jerk are 2 movements, but they also, there's a measurement of weight called a pood, P-O-O-D. And it's like some number of kilograms, like you'll like swing a kettlebell, 1 pood. God, it's so good.
Insane.
All right, third game, Greek Satan.
Greek Satan. Hades.
Yeah, it is Hades. Congratulations.
That's not 2 words. It's going to be a 1 word.
No, that's why I said it fast. Greek Satan. Ridge Racer. All right, number 4. Radioactive 4.
Fallout 4.
Yes, it is Fallout 4. I tell you what, there were 0 helpful ones there for Fallout.
No. Fallout is literally just radiation. That's all Fallout is. So, like, yeah, what else could you do?
Okay, so this next one here, I don't know if you'll get this one, but this is my favorite one, I think. No, it's my second favorite one of this whole thing. Godliness, Infant Crime 2.
Godliness, Infant Crime. Something baby. Or young. Something young. Infant Crime 2.
I just imagine like a little tiny freaking Al Pacino. A little baby Al Pacino with a little fedora and a Tommy gun.
Yeah. Little babies and dressed up in gangster outfits. I don't know, what is that?
Godliness, Infant Crime 2 is Divinity Original Sin 2.
I love that game.
Yeah, original apparently in the thesaurus comes up with infant, so.
Oh, yeah, that's what got me. Some godliness, divine, you can figure that. But yeah, that infant crime.
Infant Crime 2.
That's a game I want to play.
All right, here's my favorite one, I think, of all 7. This is the second to last. Celebrity Wet Canyon.
Celebrity Wet Canyon, a game where you can have romance. Well, you can have a lot of romance on a wet celebrity canyon.
Yeah.
Celebrity Wet Canyon.
Well, it's specifically Celebrity Wet Canyon.
Uh-huh.
Celebrity Wet Canyon.
So is that 2 words?
Mm-hmm.
Celebrity. Is it Celebrity Wet Canyon?
It's Celebrity Wet Canyon.
Celebrity Wet, and then Canyon is its own word.
Yep.
Not Ridge Racer. Celebrity Wet Canyon. Can you give me a clue?
Yeah, I can give you a clue. Carrie Adanaba was a judge for a very long time on a show called Dancing with the Celebrities. You dance with celebrities on that show. That is a huge hint right there.
Wet stars. Stars. Liquid stars. Star Wars. I have no idea. What is it?
Celebrity Wet Canyon is Stardew Valley.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Stardew.
Yep.
Makes sense. A valley
Right.
and a canyon? Yeah.
Yep.
It's the place between the boobs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's the place when Ben Affleck is taking the animal cracker on Liv Tyler's boobies and then falls in there and gets trampled by a bunch of wildebeests, and then Zumba runs down between Liv Tyler's boobs.
And Scar's like, you killed your
comes
father.
and says, "Run," and never come back.
Also, funny thing. Okay, I have a child. It's all cool. But if my son ever did a movie and he was like being sexualized by animal crackers in the movie, I would not want to do the hit song for the movie. But Liv Tyler's dad sure did.
Yeah.
So that's a thing that happened.
Google pictures of his feet.
Steven Tyler feet,
Steven Tyler feet. Oh, man.
Okay. Also, people, while you're doing that, go ahead and Google what's the girl from Transformers? The hot girl from Transformers.
Oh, the girl with the toe thumbs, Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox toe thumbs. Look that shit up. By the way, his feet are fucking atrocious.
Right?
Holy shit. What happened?
He just wears a lot of flip-flops, man.
I mean, they're literally throwing gang signs. Like, they're... oh, Lord. Anyways.
Final game on Games Gone Wild. Eliminator's Persuasion Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage. Eliminator's Persuasion Pilgrimage. So Pilgrimage made me think of like a journey or something like that.
Okay.
Something journey. Give me a clue.
There are 1,000 of these that are coming in the next few years.
Okay.
Eliminator's Persuasion Pilgrimage.
Assassin's Creed. What would the pilgrimage be? Odyssey?
That is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That is correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good.
That's it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Well, 4 plus a clue.
Yeah.
So 4.5.
Oh, by the way, I love the romance options in Assassin's Creed Odyssey because everyone's bisexual and you can fuck as many people as you want.
Oh,
It's great.
It's multiple romances.
Yeah, there are multiple.
love it.
Well, you can do as many options as you want. Of course, you get a pick. But there are people you can just fuck just because you want to fuck them.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice. And that's it for our autumnal solstice edition of Games Gone Wild, of games you can fall in love in. And that is also it for episode 275 of Respawn Aim Fire. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you more for doing your homework. And your homework is to go to patreon.com/respawn-aim-fire, where you can go be a patron for $1 a month. You can get some dope wallpapers like those of our Lord and Savior Dale Earnhardt right now that are up, and his son, Dale Jr. But the Barf games also come from that. What is Barf? It's backlog accomplishment with Respawn and Friends, and it's a monthly game that we pick and you vote on, that we play during the month and then talk about at the end. It's usually a game that's like a classic that maybe we should have played, or that we wish we had played, or that everyone should play. This month, you all voted for Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Adventure of Link? Adventures? Adventure. I think it's singular adventure.
Singular? Okay.
Zelda 2. Playing that, you can play it on the Nintendo Switch Online service, or you can play it on anything else that allows you to play NES games. Because the theme for the month of September was just like critically underplayed sequels to things. So that's your Barf game. We'll have another poll going up in a couple weeks for October. And then if you have thoughts on Zelda 2 and you want to be on the show, you can definitely reach out to us at respawningfire on Twitter or respawningfire@gmail.com on emails. And we would love to have new voices on here talking about games and shit. So new voices could mean people we've never met before. Awesome. Please come in. Masked Llama, this tells me this is your very first time commenting in the Twitch chat. Awesome. Dope. Come talk about Zelda 2, the worst Zelda game, with us.
I don't know. You played Breath of the Wild.
You're right. Oh, nice. Pew, pew, pew. Finger gun, finger gun. So that's it. That's your homework. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Oh, second piece of your homework. Go to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We got the number of followers we needed on Twitch. We're working on the last couple of things on Twitch in order to get us partner or affiliate or whatever the fuck that is. But now we need to work on growing those YouTube numbers, and we need 100 to get that URL, and y'all are slacking. Y'all are fucking slacking. So do that.
And don't unsub and resub like John does.
Fucking John. Piece of Pop-Tart with a butter pad on top. Yeah, go out and make some genuine new accounts and sub to us from your genuine new accounts. Make sure you confirm their email so that they count. Make up some new email addresses. Go to google.com. Make up new emails. And that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Until next time, here's our usual sign-off. This was really good. Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Voodoo 2022 4th edition was, like, really good. And the more I drank of it, the more I wanted all of it in my face.
I can hear that can is completely empty, by the way.
It is.
I could hear that. Heard that one little piece of spit rattling.